But they have waffle fries and nuggets.
So I went through this weird.
I'm sure it is the gay bashing. That is what's making it palatable. Yeah.
If you can. And I wish.
Alright. We got audio, everybody?
Hello.
Check, check.
Hey now.
Boop,
How about
boop,
here? Can
boop,
y'all hear
boop,
me?
boop.
Can't see me. All right. Okay, we'll be back.
Yeah.
So I watched Home Alone. Did you know that Kevin McAllister does not start fighting the Wet Bandits until an hour and 17 minutes into an hour and 30-minute movie?
Yes.
All right.
I did not realize that when I watched it yesterday.
Yeah, like growing up, 90% of the movie was booby traps, but that's
First booby trap is an hour and 17
More
minutes.
about how much his parents don't love him.
Yeah. And
I can relate.
An old man in a church does.
You can relate for one parent. All right, so hey everybody, we're back, and we'll just do it all again because none of you could hear us, and I'm so sorry about this.
we were so funny.
Yeah, we were
Oh
so
man.
funny.
You missed an hour-long Chick-fil-A debate.
Yeah, we're talking about how much we don't like them. Okay, so welcome to Leyliners Part 5, an episodic actual play campaign based on the artifact system. What's up?
I don't think they can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Let's check again. Hold on.
Yeah, they said they got it.
They say your mic is muted. It's not here.
But just his?
Of all the mics.
Of all the
Yeah.
mics, I'm the
I
one
got 2
muted.
people confirming.
What, Mike?
It'll be like Garfield minus Garfield.
That would be the
They
worst.
just hear us going,
Whoa.
I see what the problem is. I'll fix it. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for your patience.
One mic to rule them all. One mic to bind them. One mic to bring them all into the darkness. Bind them.
5 to 6 needs to change. 5 to 6. There we go.
Lauren was really disgusted that I could recite that for a long time.
Why?
Oh,
Now
I
she's
knew.
into it.
I knew all the.
Yeah.
That's a great. Why is it?
Testing, everybody. We
it
good?
rhymes. It's easy to
Can we hear me?
memorize.
Yeah.
I know most of the song that is written that they sing in
Now
the
they can't hear
Prancing
Paul.
Pony.
You could hear him, and now you can't.
I memorized it from the animated Lord of the Rings movie.
Ranking it back like a motherfucker. How about
There
Ralph
we go.
Bakshi?
Good.
I love Ralph Bakshi.
Wizards?
All right.
I want to show Lauren.
Fucking Wizards is so good.
Yeah.
Peace, dog.
All right, guys. Here we go.
All
We'll
right.
try again. Welcome to Leyliners Part 5.
More like Slaylanders, am I right, guys?
Hey.
Whoa. I'm over here.
Now, this is an episodic actual play campaign based on the artifact system that we are actively creating for our own game design podcast, RPG from Scratch. And if the game you're watching us play sounds like something you and your friends would enjoy, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/rpgfs, where patrons get access to the rulebooks and other errata as we release them. So, introductions again. I'm your host, Josh, and the GM of this game. With me today is Liam,
Hi.
Poole,
Hello.
Keith,
What's up, y'all?
and Max.
They see me rolling.
They definitely hating. So, let's do a quick recap. All right. Last episode.
We started a riot.
Yeah. There was an unfortunate incident. Well, definitely a murder. It was a murder at a Smithy game, and somebody killed the star player of the home team, the Lockjaws, and it might have been the best player of the Sturgia Geist, the other team. Fans are going crazy. The skimmers who are out at sea or out in the bay watching the game started coming into shore, and you guys decided to get out ahead of the carnage and
Inciting.
incited your own riot and stormed an embassy.
Killed a bunch of dudes.
Yep, bunch of dudes.
It worked for Iran, right?
Got chased down. No, well, not in the long run.
It's a different podcast.
Yeah. And then you were chased by Talon, Ajax's bodyguard, Ajax being the ambassador, and kind of dealt with him real quick, and then stormed into the embassy, and you got to the top, and in the top 2 floors, everybody was dead. And when you went into Ajax's office, he was dead on the floor with a slit throat, and tied to a chair is the body of former governor Raled Guantemo, who was supposed to have left town.
Oxnard Montalvo?
Yes.
Okay.
So, before we get back into it, I want to know, like, it's been 2 weeks. How we doing?
Yeah, doing all right.
A little worse for wear.
Yeah.
Holidays treating me rough, brah.
Gaylene is
that time.
Is under the weather. So
Yep. Savannah is not with us today. She's very sick, and she
Of
doesn't-
us.
Yeah, she doesn't want to bring that evil up in here. So we are grateful to her that she did not. So you're standing there in this room, in this beautiful office, blood-stained floor, 2 bodies. And before we get into it, I want to do a little diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo. I want to do a flashback.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to flash back all the way back to the moment of the game that caused this, to where Gethid from the Sturgia Geists and Raska from the Lockjaws clashed in the middle of the field. Gethid got up, and Raska had a harder time getting up. And before it was apparent that Raska was anything more than stunned, Gethid nonchalantly walks back towards his team's exit. He leans against a wall and watches the drama unfold. So we then relive the horror and surprise with the rest of the crowd at Raska's immolation. And as the initial shock fades, fans start screaming, and a Lockjaw fan, hanging over the Geist team exit, throws a boot at Gethid. Grinning, Gethid runs to the edge of the stands and spits in his face. So fans start pouring over the railings and pile on Gethid. Initially, he's slugging harder than anyone, because he's a professional athlete, and is prepared for and fighting like an absolute savage. His team tries to come to his rescue, but the enraged crowd beats them back away. And under the mass of bodies, he's gouging eyes, breaking limbs, and biting into people's cheeks. But then his arm snaps under the weight of someone falling, and his ribs crunch under a boot. Bleeding from his mouth and forced onto his back, he looks up one last time just to see a flagpole with a bloodied Lockjaw's pennant drive down into his eye. He swings with everything he has. The pain is immense, but then it's suddenly gone, and his hands hit only air. And the vacuum of pain hits him like a fist, and he vomits, pitching forward onto a desk. His eyes open. He's in a small, smoky office with rich driftwood furniture. Shaking, he looks at his hands. They're smaller, feminine, with a ring on each pinky. "Who the hell is this?" he says. He stands up and stumbles towards a large decorative vanity. He sees an elegant Eshwin woman in her mid-30s, with a harsh beauty dressed in the half-ceremonial robes of a high-ranking Larson. He reaches into his robes and pulls at a hidden necklace, and on it, the star amulet with the blue jewel. "Damn it!" he yells, and he punches the mirror, cracking it. "Why the fuck does she have it?" And he kind of doubles over and grabs his head, and we start to see a Rolodex of her memories flashing forward. So from a Rolodex of her memory from the newest memories to the earliest. So we see her placing a document in a tube, and then the tube into a gutter drain. Then we see her bidding farewell to Ajax in a different setting, with Talon, and telling Talon to keep him safe. Then we see her in bed with Ajax. And Ajax is handing her the amulet. He says, "I saw you admiring it. It's not as beautiful as you, but it's certainly as mysterious." Then she's participating in a ceremony honoring Gethid for his heroic rescue of the slaves from the slaver ship. Gethid produces the amulet and presents it to Ajax, who receives it magnanimously. Next, she's picking up documents from another dead drop near the docks at nighttime. This one contains manifests of vast quantities of semi-perishable foods like legumes, onions, nuts, and grain, as well as ingots and hardwoods. Standing in Ajax's office now, with an exacerbated Raled Guantamo tied to a chair, he says, "I don't see the need for all this. I really don't know anything that could be useful." Then Talon stands up in front of her, between her and Raled Guantamo, and creates a helmet of ice in his hands and sets it on Guantamo's head, who jumps at the cold. Speaking, she says, "Trade routes, garbage collection cycles, suspected lamplighters, we want it all." Back in the semi-present, she's in her own office, shaking her head, trying to make sense of it. And then she freezes on one memory in particular. She's politely waiting outside the entrance of the governor's decrepit new seaside fort, while Ajax finishes his meeting with Delnet. Kisha, her name, much preferred the sprawling manse that Guantamo maintained, and refuses even to step foot in this barnacled monstrosity. She's speaking with a vastly wealthy Gelt textile merchant who is taking every opportunity to inject innuendo in the conversation. She's doing a masterful job of dancing around the implications while hiding exactly how much he disgusts her. But then the yard goes quiet as a Dillo carriage arrives carrying 3 absurd creatures: a loudmouth Guff who clearly fancies himself an intellectual, a slender and well-dressed Gelt who looks like he'd kill his best friend for a quarter, and a silk-clad, fire-breathing Hrod in a turban. They tip the driver handsomely and blow past her and the guards, asking for Delnet directly. Back in the office, Kisha smirks. "This is a gift. I think there's time enough to deal with them as well. What else does this girl know?" She closes her eyes again. "Oh, you are full of surprises." She walks over to the desk and flings open a drawer, retrieving a ceremonial blade 6 inches long with a smooth red gem in the handle. She then pulls a small wooden box from underneath. She slides the sides up, revealing 2 mirrors facing each other, above a symbol. Kisha slowly reaches an open hand into the space between the mirrors and grasps at something unseen. Straining, she pulls, and the entire fabric of the room shifts to fill the space, warping everything ever so slightly. Then with a harsh jerk, the space flashes with an audible and the room snaps back into place. And in the space now between the mirrors, a small, shimmering creature staggers, disoriented. It resembles a 6-legged spider made of flesh and bone instead of chitin. And atop its back, bobbing like a gyroscope, is its bulbous head, with a glowing ring of red at its circumference. The gem on her blade glows as she whips it through the space between the mirrors. The creature's head rolls onto her desk, smoking from both ends of its severed neck. Kisha picks up the golf ball-sized head, and a deep hum comes from her throat as her eyes roll up. She spews out a slow fountain of black smoke that funnels into the severed head, blackening it. She holds it up, regarding it curiously. She pops it in her mouth. She chews a bit, making a face at the texture, and then swallows. Her hand moves in front of her face, and it becomes an indistinct swath, only resolving when it stops moving. She grins in a widening smear and leaves a vanishing trail of herself out of the office. Moments later, Kisha, covered in blood to the wrist, and once again, solid, walks into Ajax's office while cleaning her blade on the front of her robes. Guantamo, tied to the chair, sees the look in her eyes and starts panicking. "What, is this some kind of new scare tactic? I swear, I don't know anymore. I had other people do those things for me." Without looking at him, she rummages through some drawers and pulls out a bedpan and starts filling it with candles. "You're a liar, but we don't have time for interrogation anymore. The mob will be at our doorstep any minute." Her hand glows a soft red, and the bedpan starts to smoke, melting the candles inside. She walks over to Raled and yanks a fistful of hair from his head and throws it in the melted wax. "No, you can't know that ritual. Nobody does. It's a myth." Kisha leans over him and puts a finger under his chin, lifting it. Suddenly, Ajax, terrified and scrambling, falls in through the doorway. "Kisha, my love, you're alive. Below us, I saw the others. I feared. No, there's no time." He grabs her by the arm. "We have to..." And he sees the blade in her hand. What is this?" Kisha looks up at him and scowls. We return to the group of you. You're all standing in the murder scene. And
Good place to be.
yeah, the window's open, and you notice Gaylene's not with you.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Don't know where the fuck she went, but okay.
So, detective.
Yeah.
Detect.
Some people were murdered in here.
Oh, he's good.
I want to stress you should know that there is a mob still coming. Things are heating up. Like
We're gonna be heroes. They're gonna think we did this. Should we leave?
Yeah, I think we kind of got caught up in the moment and forgot that.
What if we lock the door?
I mean, would that stop you?
Yes.
Would it?
Yeah. Like someone doesn't want you in there.
All right, yeah, let's try that, Kelton.
Like, what do we do?
I think
Your
we figure
job
that
for
out
like
in
5 minutes.
in another room, like elsewhere.
All right. Obed, can you like draw this?
Not really in my skill set.
And what do you do?
Read things and look at things other people draw.
Ah, damn it.
Esmond's gonna just give the scene a quick look for unusual things.
Sure.
Things that would be outside of the normal for what would happen, other than the bodies, like the bodies I got.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna take a look to see if any drawers have been opened, rummage through, things have been disheveled. Does it look like a robbery?
it doesn't look like a robbery. There's definitely a couple of drawers open, and the body is still oozing some blood.
Gross.
Not the governor's body, not Raul Guantamo. It looks like the wound has been sealed shut instantly.
Oh,
Gross.
damn.
There's none of his blood is in the room.
Are there like papers out that we can see?
In this room, no,
Yeah.
they're not just sitting out.
All right. Can we start rummaging?
Sure.
Yeah. So Kelton wants to start opening drawers looking for papers.
Okay.
Anything he can grab.
Yeah, you go to his desk, and behind the desk, when you pull out the top drawer, there's definitely like sheafs of papers, just a lot of figures and numbers and that kind of
He's
thing.
just gonna start stuffing his pocket.
Cool.
Kelton's gonna
Yep.
start stuffing pockets.
All right, yeah. Stuff in your
Documents.
pockets. I'm assuming you got like messenger bags and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
Obed's gonna take a look at the body. Is there? I mean, obviously the fact that he's dead, but there's no blood or anything like that is suspicious. Can he tell that this was magic that did this, or anything about the spell that if it was magic?
there's no reason to suspect that that Ajax was killed with magic.
No, I meant
But
the
but
ex-governor.
Raul Guantamo, go ahead and give me a magic roll. I'll tell you, it's a difficulty of 15
Okay.
to have an idea of what this was.
It's also my talent.
Yep.
So that's what roll twice and keep that.
Mhm.
Oh, I get to use my
Yay!
Brand
New dice, new dice, new dice.
that Gaylene bought me for Christmas.
Yeah, they are heavy metal dice.
Yeah.
And they look like the Green Ranger.
Okay, so that is a 8, and that is an 11.
Okay, so you know it definitely is magic.
Okay.
It is some kind of ritual, but you don't know what.
Okay.
So the
That pan's not still out with the wax and hair and shit in it.
no, it is not.
Okay.
But you would say that as you look at the scene, I mean the window's definitely open. If you can notice outside, there's no way down easy, but it is loose, like kind of loose fit together brick. Somebody could have climbed. It's reasonable to suspect. But in addition to that, the room is basically just a uninteresting, office.
Yeah. Is there any
For this man.
is there anything that feels magical? Is there any magical items around? Is there a way to detect that?
Well, I mean, you could start rummaging through his stuff.
Let's
his
do it.
body and things like that.
Always
Okay.
search
Yeah,
your
I
body.
guess.
Yeah,
check,
we roll the bodies.
So
Check Valid.
Obed is going to, in order to give us the opportunity to do this, I'm going to follow Kelton's suggestion. I'm going to go and close the door And I guess I'll make like a javelin of ice to like.
Oh, nice. You can create objects.
No, I mean a javelin is an object, right?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, isn't that ice step 2?
That is step 2.
Oh, I just assumed like if I'm creating a javelin that I could just out of combat do.
Oh yeah,
something
that's just
that.
like a floating thing you throw.
Okay. Well then no.
It's not. It's
I'll
not a
wait
literal javelin.
Right. Got it. I
That's
got it.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lock the door.
Okay, so as you're going
mechanically.
as you're going to close the door and lock it, you definitely hear downstairs somebody scream, and then you hear a bunch of footsteps of people like coming up.
Time to go.
And then the people who are screaming are like, "Who are you?" And one goes, "Oh my god!" Like they definitely have seen now the bodies, but then there's still rioters coming into the embassy who are also now seeing the bodies.
Like, we got these guys already. Like,
They're not up with you yet.
Roll the bodies real quick.
Yeah. I'll do a quick check of Ajax.
Sure. Give me a just give me an because you're trying to do this fast. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Let's say difficulty 10. Give me a intellect roll.
All right. Intuition is my.
That works.
Okay. Oop. Okay. 15. 16.
16. Yeah, you definitely find that he actually has a bracelet that you don't know what it does, but you're like, that we could check that thing out later.
All right.
Yeah.
Grabbing that.
Kelton would like to sketch the governor.
I would like to roll the governor.
Yeah.
All right, the governor, he's tied to a chair.
Yeah.
and he's got
He won't roll very.
no,
That's not what I meant.
but he has a coin purse on him that's got 400 ackies in it.
Boom.
Dope.
That
But
they
he's got like a fused neck, right? You said.
yeah.
All right.
Kelton wants to like draw that fused neck and like write some notes.
Sure, yeah, 5
Okay.
minutes time. Yeah, no problem. You all get like they all come up, they burst in the door.
All right.
if that's what you really do you really mean Kelton's doing that?
I would it's like a quick.
Or you're going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He's gonna
Let's
pull out
go.
some paper.
Yeah.
I guess he could do it on the way. He doesn't need to be looking.
Yeah.
At it.
Just what he remembers, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm getting the impression that that window there worked for somebody else. So
I don't think it's gonna work for me though.
I mean, you're tall, like you're closer.
Yeah, but I'm
right?
not very dexterous.
Should we? They liked us before. Do we? Should we just riot in here and like we're part of it?
I guess we'll try and go out the window.
Let's riot.
let's go to the window. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Now, I guess I want to stress that the people coming up are definitely people you incited to riot.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
But they're also clerks who are very much still alive on the first floor of this place. So
Should we set fire as we leave?
No, because I feel like that's a hallmark of mine. Let's try and get this clean.
I thought you were going to say that this is like a Hallmark movie and we'll just be ripping it off.
Yeah, you know that Hallmark movie with the murder and the arson.
Yeah, that
I
tree
think-
nursery downstairs looked pretty flammable and
I'm
seemed like a
good.
nice lady. That
Yeah.
Let's.
So we blame it on her.
Yes, we'll do
All
that
right.
later.
Let's go out the window and we'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Okay. So as you're going out the window, you're definitely like 5 stories up. So it would be quite the climb. But you can tell that there's a couple bloody handprints as you're trying to make your way down. A couple bloody handprints on some of the bricks. Somebody obviously used this place after murdering Ajax.
Can I tell by the handprint what race of being that is?
No, it's it's just smeared blood. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like no fingerprints. You know, but let's say difficulty for this. If you're going to take your time, you probably are going to get spotted, but you can still get out the window, and it lowers the difficulty. We'll say it lowers it to 5. And it's a strength check.
I want to do it quick.
If you do it quickly, it'd be a difficulty of 10.
I want to do it quick.
These riders are pretty dumb.
We're doing it quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
I think we're supposed to be subtle.
If you do it quick, and you fail the roll, you take 1 turn longer to do it. So we're going to go in
Okay.
order. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So difficulty 5. Let's see it. Esmond.
18.
Oh, sorry. It's difficulty 10, right? Because we're doing
18.
it quick. Okay. 18. You're climbing down very fast. What does Obed get?
17.
All right. Obed's moving down like a fish, climbing like a fish.
That's a statement.
11.
All right. Moving good.
And this is your dexterity?
It's your strength.
Strength.
Strength. Ooh, I'm going to spend a momentum.
Okay,
That's probably wise.
you're definitely you're now introducing
Critical
the
failure.
Possible. Okay, let's do it.
I was gonna have Kelton jump, so this.
It's okay, I have a shield.
he realized the ground is bigger than him, and he feels like he has to fight it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 20.
20. You make it.
Yay.
All right. So you all are surprisingly, actually, given the odds, able to scramble down pretty quickly, and you get into the street, and you realize that as you get to the bottom, you hear voices coming through the window, like people are just like breaking into that room, and they're like, Ajax is in there, let's go fuck him up. You know, they're breaking in there, and nobody's even close to being at the window yet, but they'll be there soon.
All right. Yeah, let's go that way.
I like that.
So I want to state, like, do you guys have a direction that you
No.
want to go? You're just trying to get away.
Left.
Right.
You're in a cul-de-sac. Yeah, you're in a
Run in circles.
Yeah, you're in a cul-de-sac. So you definitely like have to exit it in pretty much one way, unless you're going to scale a wall or something.
Is there another door to another building or anything?
Not from this. Well, from the street level, you could just walk into another building if you wanted to.
No, I think we need to head
Yeah,
to
we're
the
just
embassy.
leaving the.
Or not the embassy. We need to head to the governor's office.
Yeah. I got all them papers.
Yeah. Or should we go to Paz tents and get it to the governor through her?
Probably pass.
Yeah, let's go through our handler.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you're in the street, nobody's seen you yet, but you're between two buildings. Like you're in a closed-off alley, basically. You see that people are starting to wander in through here, and you can hear just in the far distance just the sound of Riot. You know, like it's getting bad. So, if you're gonna want to get past there and past the entrance to the cul-de-sac and not be seen or be interacted with, to be nonchalant, I will need a stealth check.
All right.
Can I use my talent of low key?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I am not low key.
You're Thor?
Boo.
19.
19. This
Me-
is a group one, by the way.
Yeah, we might have to put the documents on Obed so he could just slip away if things go bad.
Aspect of speed.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the modifier for this?
Dexterity?
It's dexterity.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay.
12.
All right.
No momentum on this one, Joe.
Oh, well, low key is
Like
my
Roman.
composure talent, but with my dexterity modifier, it puts me at 22.
Okay.
14.
14. And what's the extra 2 dice for?
Just I like rolling more than one dice.
Okay.
I'm not going to count it. Yeah. That's why I use D6s.
So you all are pretty successful at this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you get through. You're knocking out your rolls tonight.
Yeah, holy shit. Like, 2 group checks.
Yeah.
On, yeah, that's
I mean, not super difficult ones, but
that's
the risk is high.
4
So
chances of bad.
yeah. So you make it you start snaking your way towards Paz tents, and it's quite a ways away. Like you don't put as much as reputable as tattoo shops are to put next to an embassy. Paz's is even less reputable. So she's not on the other side of town, but we'll say she's probably 6 blocks away, and they're big. So as you're going down there and you're walking through these the 6 blocks, people are kind of confused and they can hear the sounds of rioting happening, like it's a wave that's coming at them from somewhere they can't see. And then you see behind you as you're leaving, you see Sturgia Geist fans running towards the embassy as well.
Oh, they shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is ill-advised.
Yep. And then ahead of you, there's some Lockjaw fans that are just not really even looking at you guys, but they're running, especially not Nefar All Blacks and Bloody Browns people.
well,
colors,
mines
you
are
know.
gone. Mine's sitting in a pile in front of the embassy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Took him a long time to make. He's pretty bummed about
That's gonna make a really interesting like 9/11 conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
How were the Bloody Browns involved?
Loose change of clothes.
Yes. Ooh.
So
Gas point?
No.
No.
No, especially not for that.
no.
You're right.
He makes a flat Earth joke, though. I'm all in.
We'll get there soon enough. So you're making your way towards Paz tents, and the riot is just it's about to pop off. And then you can smell smoke on the wind.
Uh-oh.
On the water?
Fire in the sky.
All right.
Hell yeah.
It's a weird place for it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the worst place for it. So
I'm pretty okay with it.
You make it the 6 blocks down to Paz's shop. She's out front with wide eye, just like, what the hell is going on? Very upset.
Paz, hey.
Hello there, person we don't know. I would recommend getting back into your shop and boarding it up. There are dangerous men upon the streets.
Dangerous, like what?
Like us. Let's get inside.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, come on in. And then somebody else walks up behind you guys as you're walking in, and he's like, "Hi, I heard there was a sale." She's like, "Shop's closed," and slams it shut. So you're in there with Paz. She's like, "What the hell's going on?"
So there was a riot.
Was? It's over?
Well, is. Well,
Was, is, and will be.
What the hell did you do?
the ambassador's dead.
What?
Yeah,
And the-
Ajax dead. So is
The former-
Rally Guantamo, who
Yeah.
apparently still in town. Most of him anyway.
He's
And we
dead.
didn't fucking do it.
Okay, it wasn't okay. Smithy game, the Larsa, they attacked the other guys and the Lockjaws, and they killed a guy. And then the Lockjaws fans started rioting, and they stormed.
Without our influence.
They
Yeah, I don't
stormed
know
the
how that
embassy.
happened.
She's looking at all of you. She puts her hands on her face.
And then the skimmers got involved.
It was skimmers.
Yeah.
What?
And then we might have killed a bodyguard. And then we discovered 2 bodies.
Okay. Well, are these the bodies that you killed?
No, we
No.
came upon them.
Yeah, we made a couple on the way, but the important ones were found.
Self-defense.
Yeah, it don't really sound like self-defense. I mean, I'm not a lawyer.
Well, there was a riot, and we had to defend ourselves. We're innocent.
In the embassy,
Yeah, the riot was in the embassy.
and you're defending yourself.
Actually, no, there was way more than 2 bodies in the embassy, if we're going to be real. It looked like...
There's probably more now.
have you ever been to a slaughterhouse?
Yep.
And now imagine the slaughterhouse was full of Eshwins instead of, shell swine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, anyway, we didn't do any of that.
No.
We just killed people on the steps of it.
Well, I mean, we did kill an Eshwin, but not those Eshwins. I got a bunch of papers.
Calvin just pulls out his messenger bag.
I barely know these guys. It's nice to meet you.
Who the hell are you? Did we hire this guy? What's going on?
He's our scribe.
He's like our medic.
Well, you're not supposed to write any of this down. That's the point of this.
Yeah, but he's gotta read stuff.
He's really bad at it, so it's fine. I asked him to draw something, and he was all like, "Oh, riot," and I'm like, "Come on now, dude."
Give you momentum.
No, he is a trusted ally. We weren't 100% confident in our ability to do this, the 3 of us.
Okay, but I see that he's wearing all Lockjaw colors. You guys were at the game. How'd you know about the riot?
Well, it happened at the game.
Yeah, it happened all around us.
Yeah, it was kind of a around us thing.
We tried to prevent it.
I believe that part.
Esmond gave a rousing speech about solidarity and how we're better together, but the riot happened anyway.
Well, he does come across that way.
It was, a tear, a single tear.
All right. Well, okay.
God damn it.
All right. Hold on. Well, anyway, screw all that. We got a dead ambassador.
Yeah.
We got the dead former governor.
Yeah, that guy didn't have a head, by the way.
So that's
What?
He didn't have a head.
No, he definitely did.
No, I tell you now, he doesn't.
Maybe in the past.
but
And
Not
it was
current.
weird because it didn't look like I've singed a couple heads off, and you've cut a couple heads off, and you've
Yeah, it
definitely
takes a
cut a
little time,
couple
yeah.
heads off. This guy didn't look like any of those things.
I now realize I know very little about y'all.
Well, as far as I see it, we're at 2 out of 3 jobs we got hired for, right?
No.
It was kill the Larson ambassador, which we didn't, but he's dead.
Okay,
so
but look, okay,
cool.
can we get back to the fact that there's a riot it's happening?
We found the governor like you wanted. Check.
Well, you say he didn't have a head, and there's the dead guy.
You said body. You didn't say he had to be all in one piece.
Oh, so you got the rest or something? You brought it here?
I have a picture of
No, we felt that might have been incriminating.
it. Yeah.
Definitely would be.
I've pulled a dude's head off before, but like I've never seen the skin grow over the neck the way we saw.
And she stops you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No. Tell me again.
Okay, it was like his head was chopped off and the skin just grew around it like a weird arm.
Yeah, did not contribute to the bloody mess.
Or if, like, you plucked the head off and then there was a top to it that was just already there. It was weird.
Like it was, yeah.
You ever look at elbow skin, like on Talden? It's kind of like that.
I'm gonna roll her magic check.
All right.
Now she's got a +4 to intellect. She has no skill in magic. She's an artifact dealer, but she hears a lot of stories. Nope. She's like, oh God, I think I heard something like that, but that's real creepy.
It's real creepy. Anyway, papers. I just took all the paper.
Yeah. Give me that. And she reaches out. She takes the paper. And it's all crumpled and stuff. She's like, I don't know. Do you know what it is?
No, I just figured I should grab it all.
Yeah.
I'm a detective.
You're not wrong, but
Speed was of the essence. We were at a crime scene.
But
we felt like we should be not at a crime scene.
okay. Well, how many people saw you?
Nobody.
Well, let me rephrase. Many people saw us. Luckily, the Larsa forces killed all of them. By the way, a lot of people are already dead.
Well,
We only did some of the killing.
but this was because of the riot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know there's a lady that just sells trees?
I mean, I think there's a few. You
I
know?
was like, whoa. You know, like things were going on, but I was like,
In this economy, too.
Yeah. like who can afford a tree?
+1.
Oh, God damn it.
So she's like, okay, well, all right. Well, if we got to deal with this now. There's a riot about to happen. Oh, I gotta.
Happening.
Is it happening? I mean, there's no way that God doesn't already know, so I don't have to call them. And then down there needs to know that the ambassador's dead. But how many people know that the ambassador's dead?
Well, like 20 or 30 rioters. And then
Oh, fuck.
and then maybe whoever was left at the embassy. And then probably everyone soon.
Maybe the tree lady.
The tree lady knows.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And who's doing the rioting?
Everybody.
Some guy, Lockjaw fans.
Skimmers.
And skimmers. And now there's a counter riot with the Larsa.
Oh God. Okay,
So-
so the skimmers, they're in the bay, and then the losses
Yeah.
could be anywhere.
But we could easier burn the skimmer boats now that they pulled in. If you want us to like click off another of the.
That's not on the to-do list. That's not part of what you were hired to do.
I'm confused because I thought like, we were gonna burn the skimmers, kill the Larsa, and find the governor.
No. All right, listen. Here's what needs to happen. We got to get word down that he's dead before anyone else does. Before the Larsa, if they're anywhere, find out. Because this is about to get real bad real fast. And the last thing we need is a war between the skimmers and the Larsa taking place in our streets. So I need you all to find some way to get that down. You know what's fun? Okay, you, Fish Boy.
Yeah.
You look
Obi.
Obed. You look real fast.
I have my moments.
Do a lot of people know that you work with these guys?
No. We keep that under the table.
I like a lot of things under the table, if you know what I'm saying.
She puts her finger on your lips. She goes, "Not now." And she said, "Well, you think you could get this there real quick down to her? Just hand it off to somebody."
I could hand it to anybody, but you want someone specific, I'm sure.
She just starts writing a letter. She's like, "I need just to do this, and she's writing
Probably like a guard or something would be good.
Yeah, she starts writing something that says like to the governor office of Dalnet, urgent message, and then it looks like word salad after that.
Nice.
So, and she's like, yeah, don't worry about this, what it says. She'll know.
Kelton looks at Obi. Obi, this is a letter. You're gonna take it to the governor.
Yeah, I'm good once they're written. I
just
that's
didn't
the
know if
thing,
you were
yeah.
gonna do your job now.
So so she hands you the letter, and she's like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. We got to put out this fire, maybe literally, and then almost on cue, a fireball flies through her window, hits the roof of her shop, and ignites the roof.
Holy shit.
And that's
Damn.
where we'll take an intermission. And
All
we'll
right.
come back.
That damn kid.
All right, and we're back, and apparently a lot of art happened in chat while we were on break there.
While we were
and
peeing.
Some very, very good ones.
Yeah,
So
I just got a message
amazing.
from Gaylene saying, "What's it like to be married to someone famous?"
Owns.
you're like, I'm a Ghostbuster.
I have fan art too.
Oh, it's true. It's true. There is fan art of you.
There's slash fic of you.
Oh man.
There's the beginning of Slashfic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of
wow.
our two World of Warcraft characters.
Wow,
There
yeah,
is
that is
three,
true.
3 pages of the intro to a Slashfic.
That is 14 years old.
I can't begin to tell you guys how jealous I am.
Yeah. So you mean that slash fic is like old enough to start looking at the really weird porn on the internet?
Later
Old enough
than
to-
I started.
Old enough to come across that slash fic.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to lead into the second half of this with a question. While I have my play group here, minus Gaylene, is I kind of want to just get everybody's kind of opinion on the subject of in-game cutscenes in pen and paper, because there's a lot of problems associated with them, and a lot of people don't like them. But I'm curious, as the group of people that I am subjecting them to, what are your thoughts on them in general?
I liked it. It was information we needed. Just give me the information. Don't slow drip it over some contrived adventure.
That we could easily ignore the entire direction. It gives you the opportunity to give us and the viewer or listener
Yeah.
the context of things without us accidentally killing off a character and us not being able to get that information. It also forces us as players to be more aware of decisions and say, well, I know this, but my character doesn't know this, so as a result, I'm going to charge right in. You know what I mean? And that level of self-awareness in the right hands, I think, is valuable and it encourages us to roleplay, I think.
Yeah.
And I know you personally are like afraid of railroading your party, but
Yeah.
I do like a hint every now and again.
Okay.
So it's,
And I think there's extra value for an audience being involved in it, part of the storytelling, part of the glue that's connecting, because there can be little Easter eggs for players, for the audience, that isn't for the characters, and that's super nice to be involved in that way.
Well, because your characters could die.
Yeah. Well, and it's also definitely a situation where you don't do it every game session. It's not a major time sink, and it has a purpose.
I just feel like if
So-
we're being naughty, you have to railroad us.
I mean, well, you're talking a BDSM thing. That's not
No,
quite what I meant.
In the game.
Okay.
As like the game master, you just have to like dominate us and point us in the path to go.
It's true.
I'm a Switch, so I don't know.
So what I was thinking, the problems that it causes generally is that people don't like to be sitting around hearing about something that doesn't involve their characters, because it doesn't directly, and it may never.
I can see that for a party that's not us. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, we're all interested in what you have to say, but we've all been in sessions where 3 people are on their phone when it's their character being mentioned.
And again, it would definitely be a different situation where it's like 15 minutes of every 2-hour session is that where you'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
we don't care about your little pet narrative, but when
What is
it's chosen correctly, when it's done in the right way, And when it's tastefully done, it's just like a little bit of nudity. It's great if there's just a little bit of it.
Yeah, cutting back to what happened immediately after we left the stadium was like some nice underboob. And,
Okay.
And then we got some full side boob.
And then the full side boob was the before we walked into
Yeah.
the room. And I think that, you still kept a PG-13 rating, but, yeah.
Oh, good.
Boners around.
So classically, the reason why it's an issue generally is that GMs have a hard time with doing cutscenes that don't involve the party that are relevant. So, and doing a cutscene that involves the party removes anything they could have done while you're sitting there monologuing.
Right.
And I do think that there's a version of this where you guys are in the room where I'm like, the bad guy is going to start his villain monologue, and you'd be like, I shoot him.
Yeah.
But I think when that happens, because it probably will, I am going to ask you as a group to be like, just let me get it out.
Oh, really? Because I want to just pull a full Saitama and be like, we don't care.
That's fine. But just
Get to the fighty bit.
if I put a lot of work into it, I feel like there's a weird like span of time that monologue's happening where time doesn't pass in the game world, just so that this dramatic moment can happen and I feel vindicated, and then you guys could do whatever it is you're gonna do.
Well, you also already pulled it off at the ending of the last campaign.
I think that actually set the tone for it.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Because then it connected the dots and created okay, well,
Yeah, and
maybe
and,
that's
There's
going
a
to show
bigger
its
overarching
head
narrative
later.
that
Yeah.
and we did get to interact in that moment. We got to interact as purely as characters, so it was limited, but we didn't feel shut out.
So I got to tell you, writing it down was really fun.
Okay.
Just reading from a piece of paper in front of you guys was not fun.
Yeah.
Like it was. I have no idea how it's coming across.
Next
I'm just
time, have
nervous.
Werner Herzog do it for you, and then just play it.
He bites the hands. He bite the head
Actually-
and shoot it and drank it down.
Pre-recording and being able to play back monologues like that might not actually be a bad idea.
Just hire Werner Herzog.
No, what I'm saying, like, either get a voice actor to do it or someone we know just to offload that. Have a perfect version of it. It's not a bad idea.
That could be fun. It'd be weird though, sitting here grinning, watching you guys listen to it. Although it was weird already. So
It might. You could always edit it in after the way that.
that's true.
But it's also the difference between like watching you masturbate or watching porn with you. Like, I know which one I'd rather do.
Every one of us just.
The same look.
Does he know you're watching him masturbate?
Yeah, because he's specifically doing it for my benefit, apparently.
I think that
Wow.
we would. I promise to let you know if you cross that line, though.
Okay.
With the
right on.
With the masturbation, yes.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So
the axes come down as he stands up.
Eliab's like, yeah, that was better.
No, I was picking the porn. Like,
mute,
come on.
mute.
yeah, Jaden forgot to mute everybody.
I
All right.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what you would pick. It horrifies. It just horrifies. From what you've already described, what you would pick for us to watch, just. Oh my god.
I have mine on deck.
Yeah, the
By
X,
the way.
yeah, XX Exorcist for me because it's funny and entertaining.
Mine's
Okay.
just the lady having sex with a guy pretending to be her dad sitting on the couch next to her and just being ashamed. Just being ashamed. Just, I can't.
I can't believe you're doing this.
This is terrible.
That's so bad. Look at this.
Who are they
This
making that
is-
for? Who's enjoying that?
You know what? I don't know if anyone finds it sexy, but I found it to be one of the funniest things I've ever watched in my life. Okay. So, you guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Okay. I will stop. You're in Paz's shop.
Mm-hmm. It's on fire.
Fire has just come through the window and hit her roof. And she scrambles and goes, shit, and goes and grabs, she's like, I'll be right back, and like dives into her back room, go scrambling for something. You guys are standing there. The roof is it's a spot. It's starting to smolder, and you can see like it's gonna catch. It's gonna really take off here in a second.
Shit.
Isn't Obed's gone, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask. All
right,
nobody's
still
left the room.
priority? Like, is that still a priority, or should I be throwing ice lances at the ceiling?
Now, what's apparent to you now is that the riot is outside.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Obi, I
really
still think you
snuck up
gotta
on
go.
us.
You gotta get this before the riot overtakes us. You gotta get this to the governor.
Go.
Like,
now.
Should we wait for her to come back?
No, you have to get. You're only gonna get trapped here. You have to go.
Okay, Obed goes silver and grabs the paper. And what's my exit strategy?
Go out the back.
Is there a back door?
There's usually a back.
You've never seen one.
I've never been here.
Yeah. none of you have seen a back door. You see her go into a back room, and you've been into a back room with her, but this is a 3-story building, and you didn't go on the bottom level, and when you were in there, you didn't see a back door, but there's a lot of store.
I start looking.
Go out a
back
window. Like,
Yeah, I start looking for either a back door or maybe a side window, anything that would be an exit outside of the front door.
So are you going into the back room?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you go in the back room, and you see Paz, like, rummaging through, throwing shit in the air, like, just there are huge long tags flying all over the place. And like those footballs you used to throw that had a tag, on the back of it. Or not a tag. They had a tail, like a dart.
A
like a big
streamer.
dart. Yes, so, like, it looks like she's throwing a party. And she sees you, she goes, "Oh, what are you still doing here?"
There's some people outside I'd like to avoid.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, take the, there's a window in the bathroom. You could probably, you slender, you look good. You can get out. You can probably get out there.
I will do my best to be slippery.
Okay, yeah, I bet you do. Okay, all right, no, it's serious. We're serious, stop. Okay, yeah, go out the bathroom back there.
All right, I go to the bathroom.
Okay, so as you're passing her, you see her grab this thing that looks like a drum without the body of the drum. It's like it's a wooden hoop, and it's got handles on the outside, but there's like an animal skin stretched across it. She's like, "Oh, get out of here!" and like runs back away from you. You get into the bathroom, and you see that there's a very small window that she probably only opens when she's pooping. Because there's no shower in here. She's an alligator.
We shower.
Yeah, but not like that. You gotta like roll around in dirt and shit. I don't know what you people do.
We shower.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, we shower.
How do you
please.
shower? You don't have pressurized water.
We take baths. It's like we cleanse ourselves. Jesus.
Okay.
We had a foot pump tattoo machine. I think we've sorted out water pressure.
Yeah, we could just
you just go
fill,
all the way up top.
Yeah, just fill a thing with water and be like, all right, well, I got this long to take a shower.
Crank that.
Are there
runs
water towers? It's probably all seawater, right? Like they just deliver seawater. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, you walk in there and you see a nozzle that looks like it's supposed to dispense something like water, but you're like, I'm a fish, and that doesn't even make sense. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And there's a tiny window.
Okay. What does it look like? Something that in any of my aspects I could fit through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I mean, you think you could probably fit through it, but it's gonna be weird. Like you're gonna flop out like a fish onto the ground outside and be pretty vulnerable.
All right. This is surprisingly the most humiliating thing I've had to do with this group
It isn't.
to date.
It isn't.
So I guess climb up the toilet and try and squeeze my way out.
Yep. So you get up, you flop out into the alleyway, and you land on the back of some guy who's just a Tolden. He's just smoking outside. You land on him. He goes, "Oh, what, man? Like, what's happening?" Tears in his eyes. He was crying before you did this, and you see he's wearing full lockjaws gear. He's like, "What? Why would you do that?" And he's like, and he sees you're wearing full lockjaws stuff, and he's like,
I get it, man. I get it. It's a rough day.
I don't get anything." He looks up. He thinks you fell from the sky. He has no idea what's happened.
Things are gonna get weirder. And then I take off.
And he just puts his hands over his head like prepare. All right, you take off. You're just zooming. Cut back to the inside of the shop. Paz comes out with this drum-looking thing, and she places it. She like you see her looking up, and she's like shimmying where she's standing and looking up and looking down at the drum and looking up at the place where the fire's about to start and looking down and looking up again and like places it in position. And then you see her run back and come out with a bucket of water and throw it on the drum, and it bounces off the drum and goes straight up to the ceiling and starts heading. She goes, "What are you doing? Help!"
Okay.
Yeah,
Where's the water?
It's in the back. Go to the bathroom where I sound. You didn't see it, so go back there. The back room, the bathroom. There's about 17 buckets. Listen, don't ask me. Okay, just go back there.
I mean, I get the 14, but
all right.
what are the extra 3 for?
Listen, I sell things.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we're just
bucket
running
brigade.
and
Yeah. Okay. So you
throwing
start
buckets on the thing.
forming a fireman line.
Yeah.
Throwing buckets onto the ground onto a drum, and it's hitting the ceiling. It's making some progress. It's starting to cool it down, but you start hearing outside. It's just crazy. You see one of the windows, a fire hits, doesn't ignite, hits the windowsill. Another one comes out, breaks a window, and she's like, "God damn it!" I swear to God, if I found out you started this riot.
We did not start this particular riot.
Look,
Definitely
he
not
tried-
our fault.
He tried to stop it. He was trying to get people together. It was working.
Look, if you can talk, you can work. Okay, get the.
We are like, I didn't know you could throw water at a drum.
Yeah, well, just listen, this thing's very expensive, okay? Just be gentle with it, too. Like, don't step on it. I'm still trying to sell it. Maybe I'll keep it after this. I don't know.
I think your shop's gonna burn down.
No, it's not going to burn down. You need to... Listen, can you help me out? I'll take over the water from here. I think we got this part under control, but that motherfucker needs to stop throwing fire at my shop.
All right, I'm going out.
All right, I'll join you.
All right, yeah, I guess we got to do something about this. Fucking rioters, who even started this shit? Damn it.
So you open the door. Who's going first out the door?
Kelton.
All right. Kelton, you open the door and you see the guy that was wanting to buy something earlier, like huddled into a corner, like, is it open yet?
You could go in, but it's not gonna help you.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave now.
Hey, guy, who's throwing this fucking fire?
And it seems like a silly question once you, like, literally as you ask that question, you look up and you see a kookaburra, Krex, drunk off his ass, wearing full Geist colors, just in the street, just firing off fire and singing the Geist fight song, just like I don't know the Geist fight song, but he's out there just throwing it like zam,
Hey,
zam,
asshole, stop that.
zam. Why'd you fucking make me?
All right.
I would like to roll intimidate
Okay, well, what
to make him stop.
So tell me what you're gonna
All
do
right.
first.
How far away is he?
He's about 25 feet.
I'm gonna walk up to him,
Okay.
pick him up by his robes.
Okay, now he is actively flinging
That is
fire.
guess who doesn't give a shit.
Okay, so he's like, hey, stay back.
And I just pick him up.
Yeah, and he's just like tries to drill you with fire. They can't even get past your base resistance. He's not trained in anything.
And I just pick him up, and I'm just gonna be like, if you don't cut it off with this fire in this tinderbox town, I am going to bury you.
All right, let's say difficulty 10.
All right. $20.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that he made you pretty hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you, but you're pretty warm. And now all of a sudden, some acrid steam starts coming off of your midsection from where it was hottest, from when he was drilling you. And you look down, and he's peed himself. And he goes, he's like, okay, I just, it's been a rough day.
Look here, man. I know it's been a rough day. Things are gonna get weird. You don't have to make it worse.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's fine. We're cool, right? We're cool, man.
Hey, as long as you stop, everything is fine.
I'm stopping.
All right.
Stopping.
There's a way you could make it up to the town.
And that's by being a good citizen and going home.
Oh, yeah. Do that guy.
+1 momentum to Liam. Well, to Esmond.
I was gonna say we should set him to burn down the skimmer boats to help the community.
Jesus.
Can we not start any more diplomatic incidents today?
I'm just saying, I think it's
Not
gonna help us out in the long run.
Look, tomorrow, fresh stock.
Yeah,
fresh start. Today, we got our own problems.
One a day
you-
is a comfortable rate, I think.
You guys keep telling me 1 international incident a day.
So you start to walk away from him, and the streets are mostly clear. People are milling about, but that guy definitely had gotten out ahead of the thing. He just wanders off the opposite direction, and as he wanders off, you see a disheveled merchant come around the corner, and followed by a group of skimmer rioters. And he points at that guy. He goes, "That's the fucking guy." A bunch of assholes came through. They knocked over my teapot cart, and then this guy burned it down. And he hasn't noticed you guys yet, but the skimmers, they're all like, "Mm-hmm," and they just descend on that dude and start effing him up.
Just stomping on?
Oh yeah, he's getting stomped. And what do you do? I guess.
Do we actually care about that guy?
No.
I care about him a little. Why? Why?
Wait. That guy?
I'm gonna breathe fire
Okay.
up into the air and then be real loud and ask them to stop.
Okay. I think that's another intimidate roll.
All right.
Now they've got, let's say 4 skimmers are kicking
right.
the crap out of this dude, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
I was thinking we were going to join in on the stomping. Like we were just on 2 different lines
Yeah,
of
get
fire.
him. Yeah. That is the guy who started all
Yeah.
this. See, Paz? It wasn't
15.
us.
15, that succeeds.
All right.
Dead men tell no tales.
After I do that, I look at the merchant and I go, How much stock do you think you lost at cost? Not for sale, but in material.
I make it myself. It took me years to build up this. It's my life's work.
In monetary value.
At least 400 Ackies.
God damn it.
Isn't that what you took off of?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just toss him the
Look at
bag.
it. Look at him. There he goes.
I just toss him the bag.
And he picks up. He goes, "Well, this town, man, it just grinds you into pace sometimes, but
Takes it out of you, don't it?
God,
Look, your life is going to come together after this. You can rebuild. You're strong enough.
maybe if there's any town left when this is over."
Hey, man. You should put that money away because there's a riot.
And then you see
I know you think he's being nice, but he just raised your percentage of dying a lot.
he goes, "Oh yeah, I definitely should." And then you see one of the skimmers kind of look at him, and she's a gelt, looks like an otter, and she just kind of like leans up and she's like, We'll make sure he gets home safe."
Good.
No, you're staying with us for a little bit.
What? No, I don't work for you.
This is maybe for your own protection currently.
There's a riot. I'm rioting.
You should probably not riot.
What?
Yeah,
Look.
you guys should go home too. Just head on
Like-
back to the boat.
You should go home.
I would like to go home.
Then
Yeah.
go home.
I have to stop my city from burning down first.
Well, then get on it.
What do you think I'm doing here, sir?
Setting fires, blowing fire into the air.
Kelton wants to go over to the otter and be like, "Hey, your friend's really cool. We just gave him 400 Ackies. Like, you should keep partying with him.
Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Keep partying with that dude. We're
Yeah.
gonna leave. You party."
You guys aren't the boss of us."
No,
but I
you-
am. But I am going to do what you said.
Yeah. I'm not telling you to do
No,
it.
I
I'm
wasn't
just-
talking to the otter by like you should. I was talking to the merchant of like you might want to stick with us. for a
Oh
little
no,
bit.
I was responding as the
Yeah.
otter.
Yeah, I was like you should merchant. You might want to stick by us for a little bit.
Oh, okay. So the merchant's like, I don't know. You think you're just going to steal the gold back? This guy made me nervous.
I mean, you're not gonna be alive tomorrow.
You see his head just duck, and he just turns and runs. And the otter kind of glances at you, glances at him, and glances at the other skimmers, and the closest skimmer to her, she just pushes and runs after him, and they're headed their own way. You hear,
God damn it,
the wave of Riot getting closer.
I got him out of here. Let's fucking run. It's like
I think we have to go home.
it's called a rabbit. You let someone run ahead of you, and they get attacked, and you're home free.
Well, if you guys leave,
How far away is our business?
Let's say 1.5 miles.
Oh, so it's
Nice.
pretty clear of the riot currently.
No, well, so the Riot is spreading from
The shore in the
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are like middle distance from the shore.
Okay.
In the city's kind of like moon, half ring shape, hemispherical. So, it's closer to where the Riot could be than you currently are.
All right. I think we have to go home.
well, what's your? I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
there. but,
yeah, I
like,
think so.
No, bail.
the
bail.
the riot comes through, and I mean, didn't you go outside to stop that so that Paz's shop doesn't burn down?
I can't stop a whole riot. I could stop one idiot with a fire spell.
You definitely stopped one idiot,
Okay.
and you set another one loose.
Guys, I think we have to bail on the shop. I think we just have to leave until this all blows over.
I quick duck back into past tense.
You see her; she's double fisting buckets, just
Still-
throwing them down on the.
It's not out yet?
No. Well, it's hard to say because fires are complicated.
And it's
It's
a
like-
drum.
Yeah, it's a drum.
Yeah, true. Paz, you got everything done, finished up in here?
So, yeah, you stopped whoever doing that.
Yeah, I did.
Listen, I get this fire out. I'm good on my own. I'll take care of anybody who else starts
right.
crap like this.
I got a little girl to go look after.
Okay, yeah, you get
All right.
yeah, you get after her. Yeah.
Bail.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going home.
All right. Cut back to Obed. You are zooming. You're the Flash. You're jamming down there. You're the Silver Streak. Isn't that a Gene Wilder movie? It's Blue Streak.
Yes. No, I think it's Silver Streak.
There's 2 movies about trains with Streak in the name, right?
There's probably more than 2.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So anyway,
The Wizard? That's a better reference. He's a speedster.
And they're both names
Quicksilver.
for your grandpa.
Quicksilver's.
Silver Streak
Impulse.
and the Wizard.
Oh, Impulse. Yeah, that's good.
so you're moving down the streets, and you're starting to see that as you're getting towards. So you have to cross basically you have to get to the other side of the bay that the arena or the Coliseum or what do we call actual places like this? Not Coliseums or arenas. What do we call them?
Stadiums?
Stadium. Thank you. The other side of the bay of the stadium. As you're going, you notice that it's getting thicker here, and there's people in Geist colors, and there's people in Lockjaw colors, straight up warrior style, wanderer style, more so actually, just bats with nails in them, just fighting each other in the streets.
Holy shit.
They were way too prepared for this to have happened.
There might just be a bat salesman who's making bank today.
Good.
Ooh.
His whole store will burn down. It's made of wood.
War profiteer.
Arming both sides.
There's good people on both sides.
There isn't.
No, it's only bad people on both sides of this one.
Yeah.
Do I have anything? I'm trying to think what I would naturally, because you talked earlier about like a messenger bag or something like that. I'm trying to think as a fish person.
Okay.
Get in the mind of a fish person.
Our game is amazing.
Yeah.
I would just say, just the fact that was.
All right. You're Abe Sapien. You're sexy as hell. Go.
My question is, would I have a waterproof satchel?
I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to have.
Actually, I don't think it would be at all.
Yeah.
Because, I mean
That makes sense.
My entire people. Okay, so
If you're a bike messenger, you have a waterproof satchel.
so my thought was
More like rainproof.
that
You're
I
not,
have,
you're not submerging it.
Yeah, but my thought is I have underwater breathing. Like I can just breathe underwater, so I can cut the bay.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. So from where you are, if you run straight towards the bay, you are running through the thickest part of the riot.
Okay,
I mean, but you absolutely can do that.
interesting. I mean, is there an easier, like if I go further out into the city, would it thin out enough for me to go around, and that would probably increase the time. I'm trying to go as quickly as possible, so cutting this circle, like I'm thinking bay, so I was thinking that it was curved, and going in the water would cut that corner.
Well, let's say from a play perspective. So we'll get out of the moment to moment perspective.
Yeah.
I'll introduce the difficulty of these mechanically that you can translate to how your character would perceive them.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say that if you want to cut through the riot without getting into an altercation directly, to get to the bay, we'll say you have to. There will be 3 dexterity checks to dodge objects and swings that are coming your way for wearing lockjaw colors.
Okay.
Even while your skin is silver.
Okay.
And there'll be difficulty 15.
Okay.
Oof.
Wow.
If you want to take the longer way to get there, let's say that there will be 2 checks at 10 difficulty, but the riot will have spread further by the time you get there. So Delnet will have less time to respond.
Whew. Okay. I am going to cut through.
Oof.
And I guess I'm going to toss some momentum on these.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Well, now you're introducing...
High risk, high reward.
15 is pretty stout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your base dex at?
I have 3.
So
I'm looking at...
not great
Yeah.
still.
You want to get a 12.
12 or... Yeah, so...
That's
3 times in a row.
3 times in a row. Yeah, so...
Yep. And let's say, because the... I'm trying to think of what the altercation means just for you. We'll say it's 1 person per failure.
Okay.
So, and it'll accumulate in 1 event.
Okay.
All right?
I like this.
Okay. So, describe what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Okay, so Obed sees all this happening. He takes the message, sticks it in his bag, and is gonna kind of lean into his sprint. So like really try and just like dart his way in and out.
Full Naruto run.
Yeah, arms back.
But flapping because they're webbed.
I'm assuming that's like this.
he's actually using them to kind of guide the way.
Yeah.
Rudders.
I was about to say.
Yeah, his plan is not to. If he interacts with somebody, I'll describe that when it happens.
I actually
But
imagine it looks more like Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, just
Hand over hand.
that is sweet. That's way cooler than Obed is.
It's also a little scary.
Yeah, that's aspect of fear shit right there.
Mad Libs.
So I'm going to.
you were there when we invented those.
What?
Nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna throw 2 momentum on each of these. I think.
All right.
So this is the first one, right?
Yes.
12, 15, 16, 19.
19.
Yep.
Pass. First one.
Okay. So I'll say guy swings, I dodge under and quickly dart and keep moving.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Let's say he comes at you just with a... he's got a bat with a nail in it. They were cheap. Bat with a nail in it comes at you, and you do your duck and dodge, and you're like, God, I wish somebody was watching right now.
This is the coolest I've ever been.
Just running in the 90s starts playing.
Oh, heck yes. All right, number 2. Oh, wait, no, I got it. All right, so that's 15, 16, 19 again.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody just has a brick and sees you coming and tries to tee up with this brick. Like, I'm going to uppercut him. And he goes for an uppercut, and you, like, put your hand on top of his hand as it's coming up and just do, like, the spread legs over the top of his head.
Parkour!
+1 momentum.
Yes. I'm just going to take away 1 that I spent then. Okay, number 3. 12, yeah, makes it. So that's 12, 16, 18. Ooh, Jesus, 16, 12, 24, 27.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last guy, you're going real fast. Like, you didn't even slow down because you didn't fail any of these. So you are now at your top speed, which is. Can we calculate that real quick? How fast do you? What's your speed?
7 squares? 8 squares?
Well, if I'm an aspect of speed, I double. So then that is speed 6, 12 per.
And you can double move in a combat. So
That's right.
You're
Holy
doing like
shit, so 24 a turn.
times like 5. So he's
In
going
5
like
seconds?
100 feet per 10 second or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
So. Oof.
What is he moving at in miles per hour?
That's what I'm gonna calculate. So it's he's moving 6. So 8 and then times 2 is 16 spaces, right? Times 5, and then divided it by 6.
Well, it would be my aspect of speed. Oh, it's +2. You're right. So 16 twice. Yeah.
So
Double
13
it.
feet per second. So 5,280. So say divided by. I don't feel like figuring it out. I've done this math 100 times. I still don't.
hey, Chad, there's probably somebody mathy in there.
Yeah, chat. Hey, we haven't
What's
relied on you
13
yet.
feet per second in miles per hour?
Gaylene, you got this?
How much damage does a ball chafing as it slaps?
So let's say on the final bit, you're going faster than that because you've had so much room to
Without-
really get up to speed.
Yeah.
And you're in full sprint mode. The bay is 100 feet from you.
Okay.
And one guy brings out a plank of wood, and he's like, he goes to slam it down, and you head fake him. He hits the ground before you do. You ramp up off of it and dive 100 feet right into the bay.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
Just like the Zohan.
I honestly thought this would be faster.
Yeah, 8 miles per hour. Yeah, that's not fast enough.
No,
No,
that's
it's-
definitely not.
Yeah,
Well, the whole thing is,
Well, you'd have to.
moving
Wait,
twice per turn is like.
Can we live in a
moving
world where
combat.
someone moving 8 miles an hour was like, holy
Slow down, you're gonna kill us. So what we got to come up with a for something for all out run. It's probably like 4 times speed. You take negatives or something.
Okay.
yeah, because you're not. Because I would even assume your movement in combat, even at a sprint, isn't like you're in a 100-meter dash. All you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
is running
to
in
the-
that.
Well, and
Yeah.
it's to get to a goal.
Yeah.
Mine is just.
Yeah, but you never reach full accelerate. You're accelerating every time you move in combat.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, dive.
Dive into the bay, sploosh, and 10 out of 10 from the Larson judge, but they're a little bitter. So you get.
Oh, that was shallower than I expected.
He was. Yeah, that's a clam.
Zoom, zoom,
Okay,
zoom.
so we cut back to the business owners.
The business.
All right, you guys are on your way to your own business, where Stiddo presumably is, and it's getting into the thick of things. The riot is happening, and behind you, you hear a commotion, and you see a hammer made of ice fly over a group and land near you. Probably wasn't aimed at you, but it's like it was thrown.
Mm-hmm.
And behind you, a group of Lockjaws and a group of Geist fans are going at it. And above their heads, kind of tall, Talon is in it.
Shit.
Twins?
Nope. He looks worse for wear, but yeah. So here's the thing that you probably don't remember.
No.
But when you defeated him, you reduced him to 0.
You're right.
He did not suffer like a crippling blow that took him out at the end, and he succeeded on his saves and woke up
Oh,
Shit.
how cool.
because you didn't go back down that way.
But he hasn't noticed us.
No, he's involved. He looks furious, like hell is unleashing. Like he's
Which side is he on?
on the
Geists.
Geist
Okay.
side. Yeah.
We're
I'm just making sure.
just keep hustling.
Yeah, we're still going. We're gonna like hope that he doesn't spot us. But if he does, we're obviously not going to lead him back to our place.
Right. He looks very much engaged.
Okay.
But I would assume you were surprised to see him.
Yeah. Yeah. I stabbed the shit out of him.
Next time we immolate the body.
Wisdom.
You were in a hurry.
True.
Okay, so after kind of ducking through, you make it close. You make it to the same street as your shop, and you see that there's just a fight happening in front of it. Just they're locked up. I mean, they've got Molotov cocktails flying around. Like they haven't hit a business yet because people are knocking them out of each other's hands because it really is tooth and nail.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going on.
All right.
How many of them are there?
There are 10. Let's say there's six. There are 6 Geists and 4 Lockjaws.
All right.
So, like, presumably we're gonna have to engage. So, are you running up? Go Lockjaw! It's like- yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
We could do some deception.
Or we could have an opening volley from a charging boar.
Yeah.
Could do that. I was gonna be like, hey, isn't it cool? There's a fully intact weapon shop down the street over there.
Don't look at me. You have to make a decision.
Okay, so
I'm
how's the
squishy.
approach?
I'm not going first.
Yeah, you can, but you can also just like throw something into the group and see if that helps disperse.
When I throw something into a group, cannot choose whom and whom I do not catch on fire.
Kelton would like to charge into the not Lockjaw fans.
Okay. All right.
Kelton's just gonna axe out.
Okay. Yeah,
Do
and
the thing.
and their backs are to you.
Good.
Sweet.
So you charge in. Let's roll for battle order. They have a score of 4. It's your highest stat plus the average level of your group, which I think is still 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
8. You go first. So let me populate this battlefield. All right. Let's just draw. I'm going to draw. Get that little thing full of...
This has got to be quick.
Yeah. All right. Ah. Let's see. And then... All right, so the O's are the Lockjaw fans. The X's are the Geists.
Wouldn't it
And-
be the other way around?
Why?
You
'Cause
said there
there's
were
6
6
guys.
guys. and 4
Oh,
lockjaws.
you're right. Yeah. So the O's are O's are Geists. The X's are Lockjaws. There we go. And you guys are coming from behind the Geists.
Dope.
All right. Yeah.
Kelton wants to hit the 2 guys standing next to each other.
Okay, so you're just running in.
Just slamming into them.
Okay, Kelton runs in. I'm put you attacking the one on the left. That work?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, what's your attack?
Also, here we go again, just fucking murdering people.
Are you surprised?
You definitely
One.
did start this right.
One.
Like,
But also, let's just say, even if we didn't start this riot, there's someone rioting outside your business. Your child is in that business.
It's true.
Do
Yeah.
you feel comfortable murdering some folks?
If it's for your daughter, man.
Hey, it is for my not daughter.
Kelton's going to do Overwhelming Strike on the Savathian.
all right. Now it's a smith. Okay, so it is a Savathian, and it looks like a ray, and he's carrying a smithy hammer.
Whoa, shit.
Yeah, and he is just swinging at this lone. So he and one with a chain are teamed up on a Lockjaw fan, and they're just trying to lay into him.
With a pennant flag.
He's got a stroller with 2 of them hanging off.
Kelton's gonna spend 3 momentum to really,
Whoa!
Holy shit, dude.
really make an impression on this guy.
It's just a rioter, man. I mean, you do you.
Just a right.
Just like, we are
First-
just rioters.
We're not. We're alpha rioters. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yep.
First
We're dire
impression.
rioters.
First impressions are important, though.
It is true. Really set the tone. That'll do it.
This one. 10 is 28. Sorry, Gaylene, just doing some math there.
She can't catch a break, even when she's not here.
28.
28 hits.
Excellent.
She's like coughing up a lung, just like, I hate you so much.
Guys are such haters.
Gaylene is beautiful.
For a bird.
10 damage.
Okay, yeah, that hurt. He's not down.
Actually, 11 damage.
All right, still hurt.
So Kelton just raises his axe and just slams it down
He
into
strikes
that
in an
guy's back.
overwhelming way.
An overwhelming.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely overwhelms him, and he pitches forward and is like, "Oh!" and had no idea we were behind him, and now he has a giant axe wound in his back. All right, and it's his turn. No, I'm sorry, it's not. It's the Savathian's turn, who is right there.
Isn't he the Savathian?
He is the Savathian. Sorry. Okay, so actually, it's not his turn. There, you see a guff with a board with a nail in it. Move forward.
They have boards with nails in them. Oh no!
Oh, number one weakness. Move forward to a Lockjaws fan. Let's say it is a Krex dove,
Oh, so majestic.
the symbol of peace, and
Not in John Woo films.
attacks.
Bam.
Natural 18. It won't matter. Okay, here we go. 4 damage, and this person was already damaged. They drop.
Oh shit.
Yep. Put another X on top of that X.
was 6 on 4. Yeah, like he's probably pretty hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, they were already not winning.
Yes.
You'd think everyone would take off their jerseys.
You're the only one who has.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now it's Nesbitt's turn.
All right. So are we assuming like you have the square grid out rather than the
Oh,
hexes,
yeah,
but,
I goofed.
But okay, so those two guys that are next to each other, can I assume that Kelton threatens both of them?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'm going to run up alongside Kelton, hit the other guy there with a plunging strike. Because
All right.
since I will be adjacent to Kelton and he can threaten, then
Oh, yeah.
I have
Did
Nesbitt
upper
has.
hand.
did that guff move up, or
yes,
is the board with a nail a reach weapon?
No, he moved up.
Okay.
So you do that, and it's an Eshwin carrying a chain.
Okay.
Now, the Eshwin carrying a chain cannot see you, so it does not know you're there. Like, you both are surprising. This is kind of happening simultaneously. But you would know from the length of the chain that
It's reach.
it's reach. He could reach you if you were further away. But he doesn't see you coming.
Okay.
So you actually have the upper hand against him no matter what, because he doesn't know you're there.
With the chain,
Okay.
would he take a penalty directly next to him?
No, because there's is a secondary characteristic
Okay.
of a chain.
That you can choke up on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he doesn't know, since he doesn't know I'm there, I
You
have
have-
the upper hand automatically.
But you would also be
then-
flanking with him because he's fighting somebody in front of him.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Okay, so then
3
yeah, I
times
don't
you've
need
got
to do the plunging strike. I can double strike.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, gonna throw that double strike.
Which one is your wind dagger?
The black one.
All right.
And +1 for.
+1 to your dodge for phalanx.
Oh yeah, phalanx is only dodge. It's not a attack action. Okay. Ooh, the wind dagger crits.
All right.
And
What's the other one do?
the other one is 14.
Yep.
That hits.
All right.
I think you're going to turn this guy into paste.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Wind dagger is a D6 plus a D4 plus 3D4 for the
Ambush tactics.
Yeah. Plus a d6 for the other dagger.
So you just tell me what the max damage is, because you crit.
I only critted with the wind dagger.
Yeah, but that's
Oh yeah. So
already-
I forgot. I don't have to roll that. That's silly. So that's 4 times 4, 24, 20. With
20
the,
damage?
with the wind dagger.
The wind dagger alone.
You go in for the second strike, but he's already.
And what? Oh, you fall. Okay. Yeah.
It was precisely his health. He had an armor of 0, if you can see my notes here. An armor of 0 and HP of 20.
You stabbed his magic spot.
Yeah.
I told you we got to get rid of these things, man.
They're a fucking liability.
He's still a professional, so he goes in with the other one. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm already.
Last time I killed
Yeah,
somebody
I learned my
at exactly their
lesson
health.
with Talon. I definitely stick him again.
Double tap.
Double tap. Yeah.
2 kidneys you can live with one, from what I understand.
So the Savathian Ray with the smithy hammer is mid-spin, because he's doubled over forward. Kelton's behind him. The smithy hammer's out in front of him. While doubled over, he spins and swings the smithy hammer, as one does, at Kelton, and he gets a +3. That's a
Crit!
That's a crit. So he does 12 damage to Kelton.
Damn.
He hits because that's my dodge.
What?
No, 12 damage.
Oh,
He
12
crit.
damage. He crit. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I'm just having a good time.
We're rioting, guys.
Yeah. Oh, 12 is the damage.
So if you start another column with the amount of damage that you're taking next to the column that has your health, you'd put the 12 there and you start that tally.
Let's not get back into that shit again.
Which is 30 minus 12 plus 5.
Yeah, so you take 7.
Can do it. I got you.
Okay.
Savannah just leaves chat.
All right. Obed's not there. It goes to there's another Tolden there's a Tolden enemy. Saw Nesbit just murk one of his good friends, the guy he shares season tickets with.
That's a special relationship.
Yeah, he's unarmed, but his fists are clenched. He's going to run right up to Nesbit and double strike with his fists.
Fisticuffs.
Pooch pooch.
That is does 11 hit?
No.
All right, he misses with both. Whiff, whiff.
What do you think
He-
you're doing, smart
He
ass?
goes to punch right as you go to stab the second time, so you're just not there.
He's like, I didn't plan this well. Who plans a riot? And now it is Esmond's turn.
Well, I'm gonna look at what was the guy with the board?
He is a guff with the board with a nail.
All
in it.
right, I'm gonna use 2 momentum, and I'm gonna flaming pillar that dude.
Oh, damn. Okay.
14, 20, 24, 28.
Miss. No, it's a hit.
All right.
It's still more than double his dodge.
It's a magic board with a nail in it.
He's got 20 dodge, 1,000 HP, but only his fists.
God damn it.
And a dream in his heart.
Song in his lips.
10 damage.
10 damage hurts.
Oh, and then adjacent damage.
There's no. Oh, yeah.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there's one guy adjacent to him.
That's why I thought you did the attack, actually.
And then 7 damage to him.
The adjacent guy dies.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it is back to Kelton.
Excellent.
I think the guy with the smithy hammer is going to be unwell.
That's what I was planning. I'm trying to think of what to do to him, though.
like the idea that this is happening in real time. That you're like,
I could shoot him with fire.
how best to mess you up, dude?
Yeah. I just cleaved him across the shoulder, and I think I can explore some options of
He
how
did
to follow that
crit
up.
me.
He did indeed.
Yeah. Oh.
Overwhelming strike.
All right.
Fuck him up.
I'm going to do my best.
good.
20.
Hit.
Excellent. 2d6 plus a d4 plus 1. 4, 6, 7 damage.
All right, yeah, that hurt as well. He's still up though, and
So
it is
a whelming strike.
it was he's whelmed. And he is like, okay, all right,
Yeah, your turn.
yeah, here I go. No, actually, it's not his turn. It's the guff with the board and the nail in it. He has no enemies, so he's going to run
But
up on
he just
Kelton.
recently got on fire.
Yeah, he did catch fire. He's going to run up on Kelton and swing with the board with the nail in it. And he goes, leave my friend alone.
I used to play this game as a kid. It's fun.
Does
What,
a
the
14
murdering
hit?
people in the streets
14
game?
hits.
No, it's
Naily
like,
boardy.
it's like ball in a cup. It's naily boardy.
14 hits. He does 4 damage.
So no
Ow.
damage.
You're gonna play it up like you like.
I see you've played Naily boardy before.
All right, Nesbit.
All right. The guy with the smithy hammer.
Yep.
He's aware of me now, but
He very much. So.
yeah, but
you can plunge him, I
yeah,
think.
but plunging strike because
You're the plumber.
We're both
Butt plunging strike.
yeah.
Adjacent to
Yeah.
him and threatening.
All right. So plunge and strike with the wind dagger.
All right,
13.
that's a hit.
Yay. So yeah.
All the die, just all of them.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. 12, 16, 18.
Yeah, he that dagger goes in him, and then the wind portion makes him explode. And then it's his turn.
What's he gonna do?
He dies a little more.
What are these Lockjaw fans doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're-
I'm really curious about their impression of this.
I would almost think they'd be like, just see how this plays out.
yeah, they were in like a gang riot where nobody was prepared, and then these murderers came up, and they're just kind of stepping back a little bit.
Man, I am really glad those guys are wearing the same colors as us.
Yeah, but they also were like, I didn't think anybody involved in this would actually die today. I thought this would be like a dust-up thing where we like punch each other and then call it a day.
What part of Riot don't you fucking understand?
Yeah.
All right.
These are Philly fans.
Plus
Water.
1.
Water trash city.
All right, and then it's going to go to the one with the fists.
Order.
He's already next to Nesbit.
Does he really keep one?
He's going to disengage sideways to flank with the Smithy Hammer guy.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, he can't do that. Smithy Hammer guy is dead, but he does it anyway because he doesn't. He's maybe not that bright.
He might not know he exploded.
Yeah,
It turned inside out.
he was
And then
disengaging.
exploded.
He was disengaging while that happened.
Right.
Double strike. Neither hit.
All right.
All right, and then it is Esmond's turn.
All right.
God,
So
he's like, I just wish I had a board with a nail in it.
I think I'm going to make Fisty go bye-byes
All right.
All right.
because no one else is adjacent to each other. And this is going to be... Oh, and I'm going to, as a swift action, make an orb.
Okay.
Taylor Swift action.
Taylor Swift action. Taylor Swift boat.
As a Taylor Swift action, I'm going to shake it off.
Look what you made me do.
19.
19 hits.
12 plus 4, 16.
16 damage. Yeah, he's not dead, but that hurt.
And then I'm going to use my move action to make another orb.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now it is it's Kelton's turn.
All right. Who's still alive?
The guy with the board with the nail in it.
Who's next to you now?
Oh,
Yes.
good.
And the guy with the fists.
All right.
They're
Edmund,
still playing board
Yeah.
Alley.
can you shoot fire at the guy with the board?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Cause like
Just do that.
he's got a board.
All right.
Come on. He's not a real enemy.
Not playing fair.
21.
That's it. Yeah, it hits.
11 damage.
Exactly what remained for him. And he's dead. He bursts into flames. The board catches fire. It's a little bit sad. You were hoping that you might be able to keep it. It was well made. It was a well made board
The
with a
fist
nail
guy
in
is
it.
just like,
And
oh
equality.
man.
I was going to use that. Nobody ever saves anything for me.
I don't think I could lift the smithy hammer. I was really going for the board.
I'm gonna cut off your hands.
Okay, Nesbit, it's your turn.
All right. Yep. So he's next to me. Kelton is behind me, so I don't really have a way to get the upper hand here. So I'm.
Helmet splitter, my
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Nah, I'll just double strike him.
All right.
That's a good move.
Yeah. Yep, let's throw that double strike down. Oh shit. That's a big miss. 8 is the high.
Nope.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit. And it's on to his turn. He sees 3 of his friends have just died. 4 now, actually. And he just disengages. And he's going to just run away.
I'm going to tag him.
How?
I could shoot 10 squares?
You can, on your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not your turn yet.
Okay.
So he disengages 1 and then moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you still are within range of him. Now it is.
Does anyone want?
Desmond's turn.
Oh yeah, it is my turn now. So yeah. 13.
Just misses.
All right.
He's the only one with good dodge. And now it is Esmond's turn. Or sorry, now it's Kelton's turn.
Esmond,
Yeah.
you want to shoot fire at that guy again?
Yeah, I do. 17.
Plus
Hits.
one. Remember, you get +1 to everything.
Yep.
I send you. Okay.
12.
12. He dies. Catches fires, falls down the street, and I just drew on my iPad with All right. He's down. Okay, he's down. The group is dispersing. There are dead bodies in front of your shop, and we're gonna cut to Obed. Obed, you're in the water. You're zooming around in your element.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realize like, oh, I'm a fish. Why don't I do this more often?
Yeah, the desert didn't really give me the opportunity to shine. So I guess I'm kind of swimming under all of the skimmer boats and stuff like that.
Between the docks, yeah.
And
You're zooming.
yeah, trying to get to I guess a place where I can climb out as close to. Am I heading to like the governor's mansion or city hall or?
Yeah, basically her almost fortress, but it's where she's set up in one of the end caps of the wall of the city.
Got it.
That reaches out into the bay so that she can have the best view
Okay.
of the bay. Yeah, so you could get there. It's very much accessible by the docks.
Sweet.
And let's say you take your time. Well, you're not taking your time, but you take the time to get there as quickly as possible. You hop out of the docks, probably just like flipping in the air.
Like, yeah.
Flipper style.
Yeah, land on the docks. though.
That momentum finally stops when I land on the dock.
Yeah, and then you rush to the governor's building.
Yep.
And there's a guard out front who's like, what is happening? As you zoom in like the Flash.
I say, I don't know if you've heard. There's a riot. I have a important message for the governor from the Paz Tense.
And he's like, what? Who's that? Let me see this message. And he takes it and he reads it, and he reads the first part, and he's like, yeah. And then what? Well, okay. No, this is good. Won't come with me. Come with me. And by the way, when you look back over your shoulder to see what he's been looking at, you can see the riot very clearly.
Yeah, that riot. That's what I was talking about.
You're at the horn of the bay,
Right, yeah,
So
yeah.
you could see the smoke rising in the city. No, there's no confusion as to what's happening, and as you get into the governor's building, she's in the lobby and she's shouting out orders to troops and trying to get people to go where they need to go, and then somebody brings her a curved horn. And she sees you, and I assume you're still in speed form?
Yeah.
Okay, she's like, weird, okay. And she takes the horn in her hand, and then the guard stops her and hands her the note. And then she looks at the note, and then looks at you, and goes, you come with me. And then she walks outside, and she puts her lips to the horn. It starts to glow, and it goes, and the shockwave of it you can see ripple across the water all the way across the bay. There's nobody in the city who didn't hear this.
Whoa.
We cut back to the three of you. You're out in front of the shop. You hear this horn blast, and you know that it is the town guard. It's to rally. So, you're out in front of your shop. What do you do?
Did the rest of the Lockjaw fans leave?
Yeah, they're just dispersing.
Okay, cool. We got to get rid of some bodies.
Yeah, we do.
Esmond,
Yeah.
you want to take care of that?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool.
Cool. So Esmond starts setting fire to bodies in the middle of the street. You're out in front of your shop.
Yeah, no, I didn't just set fire to them. I just
He's just
collect them and move them just into the back of the
Okay.
just away from view.
So like into an alley next to
Yeah,
the
I
shop?
just
Okay. You've moved the body successfully. There are people who could have seen you if they gave a shit at all, which they do not. Things are happening.
You're gonna pose them weird, like.
this isn't Abu Ghraib.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I head back into the shop.
Yeah, head back in the shop.
Okay. You get into the shop, and as you call for Stiddo, you see that her attic door is open. Mm-hmm. It's been open, and there's no sign of her. To be continued.
Man, I should have known she would be. Fuck yeah! I'm doing this too.
So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you for chat for participating, and we really appreciate all of you. And we can't wait to see you next time.